What is going on, y'all? It is your girl Janiqua A, and I am back with another reading for you guys. If no one told you guys today, I love you. And I know all your dreams and aspirations matter because they do. So let's tap right on into your reading. So that way I can do my little girly stuff. I got some Korean skincare. That is supposed to be really good for your face, so I'm excited to use it. All right, let's tap in. Archangel Michael and the leg bar, please protect me. Protect my mind, my body, and my spirit. Let's play with my chakras, right? As we tap into only the most valuable messages that is going to assist my everythings for the experiences to come, right? Ooh, the Empress. All right, you are not a product of your environment. All right, your value does not decrease by your circumstances. That's what I'm being called to tell you. You are still an empress. All right, the way you take care of those children, the way you take care of your body. All right, you are doing the best you have with what you have. And Spirit wants to highlight that. All right, Spirit needs you to know you are still an empress. Okay? Literally, your empress value does not decrease by your current circumstance, because the reason why you're in your current circumstances is because you are the empress. Something is about to change. Okay? Something is about to change. And there you go. The son of earth. All right. So for a lot of you guys, this child, whatever child, all right, that you've been literally loving unconditionally, all right, nurturing the way you're supposed to, all right, that child don't acknowledge your situation, all right, you still doing your nails, all right, you still doing the best you can with your hair, okay, you still got a pot going, all right, I don't care if you live in a hole in the wall. All right, that's what it's given. Your hole in the wall environment, what others consider a hole in the wall, baby, they don't even have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You hear me? Do not allow people to make you feel any less of an empress because of their projection of your environment. You got to be strong. All right? Because what you don't see is those good morals, that love, that unconditional love, all right? It grew a man. It grew a man. It grew somebody that seen your struggles. It grew somebody, you taught somebody how to live. You taught somebody, or you will teach somebody. Because this is the son right here. The son of earth. That's that child you have. All right, or that child, if you guys are pregnant, if your child is still a baby, let me tell you, he's seen your love, he felt your love, all right, your wisdom, your creativity that made him a man or will make him a man. This is a mama's boy right here, or will grow to be a mama's boy, will grow to have so much respect for women because you're coming out as an empress, okay? Will know the struggle, will have compassion, will always honor women, okay? You raising a good boy here. Okay? He sees you. He sees you. The son of earth is like the knight of pentacles. That hole in the wall won't be there for long. And if you don't have a child, this is somebody you raised. This is somebody you've influenced. It could even be of a different race. All right, so let's get more into your reading. Spirit, give me more on this energy. This could also be somebody that want to help you. All right. The Knight of Pentacles could be a new offer coming in. All right. An application, approval from a son of earth. All right. And here you go. The abundance. When I tell you flow, When I tell you resources flowing, emotions flowing, this is where you're going to be crying tears of joy. I'm hearing 3 generations. Okay? But the abundance, I'm hearing in 3 days. Give God 3 days. I'm hearing give God 3 days. You hear me? Give God 3 days. The abundance, the floodgates, all right? An avalanche of blessings have been released this week. All right? Spirit wanted you to see your value does not decrease by your circumstances as long as you're trying. All right? As long as you keep creating, as long as you keep nourishing. You hear me? Love, I'm hearing love don't have no color. Love don't have no judgment. Okay? This is a stand-up person right here, the son of earth, bringing in this abundance. All right? Or you guys creating the abundance together because you still are the empress. So however which way it goes, whether you influence somebody, whether you've been there for somebody, they look to you as a mother. This could even be a friend. You know, Empress energy is just somebody that gives that mother energy to everybody. All right. Her motherly instincts, her unconditional love is not just for her bloodline and her family. It's not restricted. So whatever it is, good deeds are coming back to you. All right. Just to show you, you remain Empress. Because that's a true empress. When you could still be called and be viewed as an empress, even in a situation that might not be deemed as empress energy. You hear me? That's why you getting this. So abundance is yours. In 3 days, give God 3 days. Look, hangman. Somebody watching. Somebody's in a very uncomfortable situation because you are receiving help. You are receiving more than help. All right, God is working through a son of earth, somebody that is well equipped to handle earth and earthly possessions, somebody that is knowledgeable, somebody that is a mastermind, somebody that is a born hustler, but that needed nurturing, that needed guidance, that needed structure, that needed molding. That counts. It's not about, sorry, boo-boo. It's not about the actual environment. Does that environment got love? The love been flowing, baby. Does that environment got structure? Does it got unconditional love? Does it got creativity? Do you have a woman that can pour into you no matter the situation? Okay? This is what's being highlighted from you, Empress. So your current circumstances physically is changing. It was never about your heart. It was never about creating. Your current circumstances on a physical and on a material level has changed. And you know, Empress energy, we receive. You know, we receive. We do so good because it's in our nature to love that goodness, and people just always does for us. Okay? This is your season. All right, your material circumstances change with the son of earth because the empress is abundant here on earth. All right. For a lot of you guys, you got to see what it's like without judgment. Okay, judging others. So your material circumstances is changing. Give God 3 days. All right, God is working through people. Okay. You are to be in receiving mode, and your financial, even living situations is changing. You have proved yourself. Okay? The love never stopped. I'm just curious who this hangman is because they're watching. All right? This may have been somebody that was around. Spirit, who is this hangman? And this hangman energy, you may have been waiting. Your circumstances may have not been on you, but just needing some other assistance. The Star. You've been guided up until this point. All right, there has been many things around you letting you know don't give up. You know, when you in the sea and you see the I forget what you call these things, the light, the thing, that's to guide you. You hear me? Spirit has guided you up until this point, letting you know your time is coming. All right, your time to be that star, to be known, to be seen for who you actually are on a material level. Because sometimes that's the only way people respect you, when they see material. You could be a whole empress or a whole emperor at heart, even creative wise. But if you're not flashy, if you don't have certain people, it's like Spirit about to do it. All right. Spirit did not want you to give up. You had to go through things. All right. You had to really see what it's like to really be an empress. See, people just talk about the empress and the good. You got to go through things. You got to go through all 4 queens, all 4 suits. You hear me? To get to this star. That was your whole purpose. All right. But now the money, the resources that is coming in is going to last. Because look what you went through. And it still didn't change your heart. That's what God was looking for. So, baby, you've been guided. This is your season to be the star, to shed the light on you. Your whole physical and material circumstances change. Your treatment changes. All right, when we're talking about the star, you have shattered the glass ceiling. You literally outdid yourself. You've made the impossible seem possible with what you did in your certain circumstances. All right. You showed that your current situation does not define your character as Empress. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep following the guidance. All right. Everybody has an appointed time to blossom and to glow up. Everybody. And this is your time. I'm telling you, your whole physical and material circumstances changes with this star card. You will receive more wealth. You will receive more kindness, generosity. All right. Doors swinging open for you that last. Money, resources coming in so you can sit comfortable. You deserve it. This is your hard work paying off. Look at this. Empress energy. You never saw an Empress card like this probably. This is showing you that sometimes we go through things as Empress. Okay? And it'll be the same people like this stuck that want to project your hole in the wall, that want to project you not living what you are claiming to be, Empress energy. All right? These are the same people that don't even have a hole in the wall. They on a tree. They hanging on a tree. All right? They don't even have no support. If they get off that tree, they're going to drown. So this is showing you, this is somebody, all right, that is stuck right now. All right, and you up. This is somebody that projected you being in a hole in the wall. Probably you didn't even have nothing. All right. Probably even bring your kids in a situation or saying how you wasn't financially fit or something like that with this hole in the wall. Whole time, they don't even have a wall. Okay? And look what you raised. Look what you raised. Or you will raise. Okay? You are the star now. So again, I keep saying it, I know, but your whole material circumstances changes. You being able to afford big things and allowing it to grow over time. So give God 3 days. Look, Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Water. This is a whole newfound emotional experience, emotional fulfillment. If you thought, this is what the Spirit is blessing you. You was already fulfilled with what you had. All right. You knew you was climbing the charts. You knew as long as your children or the children that you do have around you is good. You know, there's some sort of fulfillment there. God said, imagine if you was fulfilled and comfortable with this. Look what I'm bringing you. Y'all gonna cry because you deserve it. Your life changes in 3 days. Your life changes. All right. And I don't even want to say I'm God, but within 3 days, expect doors to swing open. Literally, y'all. And y'all on a material level. Spirit is saying Now, I'm going to show who Empress. All right, sometimes we get put around people like this. All right? Hangman. Stuck. Just hanging in there. Okay? There's abundances flowing. In all sides, in all areas of your life, y'all. All right? Give God 3 days. Something specific is happening on the 17th of this month. Okay? The Ace of Cups is here. This is a whole newfound feeling of overflow. All right? You've done what you can do. You've made something last. All right? Without having to sacrifice the unconditional love that you are supposed to give in the position you are as Empress. You hear what I'm saying? All right? Your whole circumstances change, and give God 3 days. For some of you guys, it could be 3 weeks, but you will see the flow within 3 days. All right? This is star quality. All right, that's a true star. There's a lot of people that got money, all right, and that are mean and that are selfish. And there's a lot of people that don't have money and that are mean and that are selfish. A true Empress understands. She loves unconditionally. She doesn't restrict her unconditional love to just her children and her immediate family. She grows the nation. She plants seeds of love and nurturing all around the world. She impacts everybody that she meets. Even in her circumstances. That's what makes people inspired. By the way she loves, even in her little hole in the wall. That's what they've been saying. And the Spirit about to shut them up in 3 days. You hear me? In 3 days, you're about to pop out, Empress, like a star. All right, and some of us, it's not even that we don't have it as Empress. We got so much to do. All right, we moms. If we not moms, we still mothering everybody else. You hear me? We got things that we do that kind of like sacrifices the flashiness. But the money here, all right, the resources here. We just prioritize our finances and our responsibilities different. Because the joy that we get, it doesn't come from superficial things. Ashe. So, baby, in 3 days, your whole circumstances change. Star. You really, really going to do it on them. All right? Because that's what God doing. God want to show whoever this is. Let's clarify this. Spirit, who is this hangman? The Knight of Pentacles. All right, somebody that kept saying he was going to do something and don't do it. Somebody that was acting like they was going to help you. You see what I said, the Knight of Pentacles? They've been replaced. The Son of Earth in this deck is the Knight of Pentacles. Didn't I say that? And then you got another Knight of Pentacles. They have been replaced. God put this person in your life or allowed y'all to meet or acquaint, even if it was a job or something like that, for you to receive some sort of resources, because it doubles. Anything you get grows. Everywhere the Empress goes, the grass grows. Everywhere. Okay? Because she knows how to create. She knows what to do in situations like this. You see, she just following her nails. Does she look bothered? Anybody else in this situation would have been bothered. Does she look bothered? All right. So Spirit brung somebody in to assist, so that way you guys could expand, because anything that pours into the Empress, it doubles. For real, y'all. Anybody that pours into the Empress, especially in this state, it doubles. Not only do they receive blessings from her energetically, all right, and resourceful wise, but God blesses you. So this Knight of Pentacles, whoever was sent, some people don't know they position. As a knight, you are a messenger. You are somebody that gets sent out by the king or the queen or the empress or the emperor or God. All right, and you follow orders. In this stage, we're learning how to make that money work. All right, we're learning how to flip that coin. So we're investing. We're playing around with the investments. We're seeing if we can invest into other people, if this relationship works. So Spirit is saying, I see whoever this hangman is. I see you don't know nothing. You don't have a pot to piss and you just stuck. I see that If you go take that pinnacle or that idea or whatever, that one pinnacle, and you go invest it into the Empress, is going to double, and you're going to become the king or the queen, Empress and Emperor, just like she is. Sometimes we have the idea, but we don't have the resources. Or sometimes we have the resources and we don't have the idea. So that's why two people come together. So somebody felt like they was doing something and didn't understand the mission. They felt like they had one coin as a Knight of Pentacles, as if they couldn't be replaced. All right. And they thought because of how your physical circumstances appeared somehow, they thought that they think that you was a star. So they thought that by, I don't know. And then the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out the deck. So somebody was breadcrumbing you. This was not the assignment. The assignment, God uses people. All right, I don't care through jobs. God will put it on a boss's heart to pull your application. It's not that the person wants to do it. Y'all better read scripture. It is God who brings wealth. You hear me? So God sent this person again because this person was clueless of how to invest. They've been stuck for a while. The Hangman is not just you make a bad decision. The Hangman, the death card is after the Hangman. So anymore, you're done. So Spirit said, you know what? Before it gets to that, before I exhaust all of your material because you don't know what to do with it, I'm going to show you how to flip it. I'm going to send you and connect you to an Empress that could benefit, but also could double it. All right. This person done got beside themselves somehow. I don't know what they done. I'm not in your situation, but they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They may have thought it was them alone helping you whole time. They were sent. All right. This is a helper. This is not a king or a queen yet. Any one of us in the Knight of Pentacles, when we are being guided to go in a relationship or help or provide, that's to teach us how to grow. So we are still in the help stage. We are still replaceable in the Knight of Pentacles. If you do not get that pinnacle to double, you are being replaced, period. If you get hired and you do not know what to do with that position, all right, it's clipped. So this person is now watching you receive the assistance that they were supposed to help with and reap rewards, and they are replaced. They're not needed no more. And now, because they're not needed, they are stuck in the same position. Because the only reason why you and this person got acquainted was because God was trying to show them how to invest. So with this Knight of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, this Son of Earth, this Knight and this Sun. All right, it's not even two different. It's the same energy, but two different frequencies. Okay, they've been replaced. And now they replaced this Son of Earth, did what he was supposed to do or will do what he's supposed to do. This could even be an investor or somebody that just has to say so with some sort of material that you want. All right. They done did what they were supposed to do. Now everybody's eating. You are in star energy because that's all you needed was one pinnacle. It's like you have 9 pinnacles and they have 1 pinnacle and God put it on their heart to help and assist or whatever situation. And then they are a part of that 10 pinnacles and they thought they was doing something with 1 pinnacle. And then projected, it's looking like, because they wouldn't be in this energy. They wouldn't be in this energy stuck. How you stuck with an Empress, a Son of Earth, abundance, and a star, and the Ace of Cups? This is being replaced with a new Ace of Cups, new abundance, and then the Ace of the 3 of abundance, that's the 3 of Cups. So new friends, new relationships, new connections, more healthy, more productive, more solid, and more real. And they are being forced to watch themselves be replaced. That's what's going on. All right. Look, the 5 of Wands. They did not do, instead of flipping and building on a material level with the relationship, they caused drama. They waged warfare. They are under judgment. The star, they waged warfare on the star. The star is doubling. All right, for a lot of you guys, they thought that they was a star. They didn't know their place. You are not above an empress just because you're being sent in as help. Whether you give them a job, you're still not above their status. Their current situation that's why you're being sent in. Now, if this empress wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, all right, she wouldn't be having this abundance. She wouldn't be getting a star. She wouldn't get the ace of water. This person wouldn't be replaced. You have to know why you are helping people. You have to know your place. All right. And you can't think you're doing something with just a little help where God is. It's like a mission. People be not even understanding the assignment. This person didn't understand the assignment. And they failed the test. This was a test to grow their money because they did not know what to do with it. It wouldn't be like this. All right. You could have been like this because of empress problems. You know, empress problems are children, houses, keeping it up. Anything that has an empress is life. It's sustaining actual life and keeping it going, not just sustaining it. Keep creating, keep creating. Keep loving, not worrying about your physical circumstances. You hear me? Because it will change. Things happen for a season. You'll go through a season, can't pay bills sometimes. You'll go and then spirit brings people in to help you for that season. Somebody got overboard and now they have been replaced. They done, instead of investing into this, I'm getting like the 9 of Pentacles, and with this one resource or idea, it would have been the 10 of Pentacles. So now everybody eating. They literally wage spiritual warfare trying to take the spot and project some sort of physical situation on the Empress. Okay, King of Wands, 6 of Wands. There's people coming in, masculine energy coming in. All right, so anything else for this Hangman, Knight of Pentacles with this 5 of Wands? The angels done did it. The angels are always going to be by the Empress side. All right, look, the Tower. The angels done brought the Tower. The Empress don't got to do nothing. You don't see the Empress retaliating. The Empress already knows what's going to happen. She knows her situation is going to change. She knows that the angels is going to protect and shield. She knows that there's a lesson in something. That's why she's not overreacting. That's why she's doing her nails. That's why she's chilling. The baby probably crying. She's not even worrying about that because nothing wrong with the baby. You know what I'm saying? But those angels, all right, look, justice and a star again. All right, sometimes God will put you in a situation just to see how another will act on assignment. And that's what happened. The angels done broke the Tower down, baby. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Let's get a closing out message for the Empress. Aside from all this abundance and good fortune and your physical and material circumstances change, and every relationship coming in after this breaking bread. For real. Look, plans back in motion. You on your feet. You wasn't on your feet before. Something happened. Maybe you had to spend a little bit more. Maybe, there's life happens when we are moms or when we are looked at as providers. On an emotional level and on a physical level. All right. You wasn't on your feet like how you used to probably feel as Empress. And now, boom, planning, decision-making, partnerships, progress. Okay. Oh, what I said, the 10 of Pentacles. Didn't I say the 10 of Pentacles? Somebody thought that they was coming in with one pentacle because God sent them in. And they thought that they was going to come in with one pentacle and own the whole 10 of Pentacles. That's the Empress. Didn't I say the 10 of Pentacles? I might tell a joke, but I'm not trying to sit here and lie to y'all. It's yours. There's a certain season, you was a little down. All right? You was a little down, okay? But you wasn't worried. You knew God was going to come through. You knew somehow, some way you was going to get out of it. The 10 of Pentacles is like, oh my gosh, it's yours. All right, you secure. You back on your feet. Things back in motion. Okay? You don't need no more help. The help is already here. Okay? And they're going to have to sit there and watch and look very mad. Because they don't have a pot to piss in. I'm telling y'all, if they get off that tree branch, they don't have no foundation. They don't have no comfort. They don't have no protection. Spirit, what is the closing messages for this hangman? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I said the Queen of Pentacles, but y'all, they came and thought they was doing something as the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. They don't even have no protection. The Seven of Wands is being able to protect your foundation, being able to protect your security and your stability. They got to get that up, all right? It's being snatched right from under their feet, all right? They are codependent. They neglect healthy choices. They are greedy, possessive, and materialistic, all right? Remember what I said? Some people will project you going through a season of not being on your feet and try to discredit your Empress energy for a season. Whole time, they don't even got a window to throw it out of. A pot to piss in. They had a pot to piss in before, all right? Not no more. Not no more. All right, I'm getting a Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. And the Empress is still not worried. She's not worried. She knows help. She knows her angels, y'all. This is the outcome of whoever this Knight of Pentacles was. They were supposed to be the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles while you the Empress. See, it was status. They wouldn't be the Empress. They wasn't comfortable with just being the Queen of Pentacles and still having to work. They was working for you. They was working for you. They was sent in to help you. I don't care how y'all put it. And now, because they didn't understand the assignment, they didn't understand levels, they didn't want to work with the Empress, they didn't want to be under the Empress, or at least that's how they felt. Because if you were the real Empress, you gonna feel like that's your mama. You ain't gonna feel like you under no Empress. That's your own projections. You know why? Because they done been saying the Empress done got a hole in the crib. All right. That's why. And look what happens when you do that to people. You never know how people's circumstances change. That's just like the Six of Pentacles. You never know when people's circumstances change. You might not need somebody that season, but things change unexpectedly too. It don't even gotta be you. Things change, and you might need that same person. And look, literally, y'all seen me shuffle these cards. It flew out in reverse. They have no protection, all right? They feel like giving up. They feel like surrendering, all right? They can't walk in your shoes because a lot of you guys felt like giving up last season. Look at y'all. A lot of you guys felt like giving up. A lot of you guys felt overwhelmed. A lot of you guys felt defeated, lacked courage. But look where you at now because you didn't give up. Look where you at now because you knew your angels was coming with that Temperance card. This is somebody that can't even walk a mile in your shoes, let alone trying to say they're not the help and fumble their whole existence. Because right after the Hangman is the Death card. And that's why you see these two cards. They're being stripped from all of their resources, their comfortability, and they're really going to see how it feels to be codependent. Because that's how they made you feel, probably. And you probably wasn't caring. You knew help was on the way. You probably wasn't even reacting. You're not even giving that no time. You're not even looking that way. So congratulations, the wheel has definitely turned. All right, look, and the star remains. You are really shining. You see this one? You see you wasn't really, you just being guided to the star. Now look at you. You healing, all right? You're motivating, you're inspiring, and they got to watch this glow up. This is a glow up. So I love you guys, and I hope to help.